Hi there. Where are all the Trump supporters? Really, I want to know, where are you? Where are all the supporters of Donald Trump?
Don't worry, Trumpers are still around. Conservatives and Republicans, we're still here too. We've just been giving you some space to, kind of air your grievances all over the internet and let us know how emotionally charged you were in this election. Not so factually charged, but definitely emotionally charged. But now that some time has passed and you guys have aired out all your grievances all over the internet about how terrible everybody who didn't vote for Kamala Harris is, I think it's important that we address some of your issues.
When's the Civil War start? Anybody know? And what are we wearing? Cause I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready to pull a Braveheart and like ride into battle, paint my face blue. Cause a bitch is not about to become a handmaid. No, a bitch is not about to become a Martha. I am not being sent to the motherfucking colony. So when is it? What are we doing?
Darlene says whip my ass as she continues to whip her opponent's ass. Ah! Ah! Ah!
You're nobody tough. You're just running your mouth on the internet because you're sad. And I feel bad for you that you're sad, but this is what happens when we raise a trophy generation of kids who they do this when they lose.
These people are so tiresome.
Knowing that I was born with more rights than I have now is a pretty crazy feeling.
Are there any states where women face prosecution for having an abortion?
No.
Knowing that what we're about to go through means the possibility of me losing more of my rights and that being a real threat is insane.
Yes, insane is a word you should reflect on long and hard in front of a mirror, preferably.
I think it's crazy that you actually think that having a limit on abortion is you losing your rights. Have we really made women in America so comfortable thinking that your ability to extinguish a life has been limited and therefore your rights have been limited?
MAGA is so goddamn mad that we're cutting them off. They literally cannot stay out of my comments saying, "You're choosing politics over family?" No, babe. I'm not choosing politics over family. I'm choosing morals over family.
You see, we are some of the leading leaders of liberal causes, and I'm with the Human Rights Campaign, who focus on LGBTQ+ and trans rights. You see, I have the equal sign to let you know that I'm a good person.
Ooh. I'm cutting off the aunt who truly believes that kids are shitting in litter boxes and pretending to be cats and letting her son do online school because she didn't want her son around that. I'm cutting off another aunt who thinks conspiracy theories are real.
Who doesn't believe in conspiracy theories considering the fact that so many of them have come true? Matter of fact, name me a conspiracy theory that hasn't come true. I mean, almost all of them that have been labeled conspiracy theories ended up being true. I mean, let's not forget the UFO conspiracy theory for decades upon decades that the government destroyed people's lives, defamed, discredited, and dishonored everybody they possibly could, all to turn around like 5 years ago or 6 years ago and admit that there are UFOs. So they lied to everybody for all those years, making it a conspiracy, and then it ended up being true. Was it really a conspiracy then? Do you really believe that Donald Trump was on the up and up through his entire first 4 years as president? Because you saying that you don't believe in conspiracy theories by any means says that you don't even believe the crap you're saying about Donald Trump being a threat to democracy. Because that's a conspiracy theory.
Just don't understand, how do you not believe in any conspiracy theories? I understand not all of them, not most of them, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theory? You just think the government's just batting 1,000 and telling us the whole truth? That's a strong stance to take. Our government is placed in charge of all of its people. I'm a father who's been placed in charge of just one son. And I lie to that all the time.
Where Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey is saying that her state will not comply with Donald Trump's mass deportation policy. Governor Healey says that her administration will not cooperate with federal authorities looking to conduct mass deportations once Donald Trump takes office in January. She further went on to say that every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line on democracy and the rule of law. Governor Healey will not cooperate with federal authorities who want to do a mass deportation. Convo, your thoughts?
So we've spent the last 4 years listening to children like this scream and yell and cry about the threat to democracy. But now that we all exercised our vote in this democratic republic or constitutional republic, not democracy, but now that we've all exercised our rights to vote, and that vote didn't go in the direction that these lefties want to go in, now they don't believe in democracy. Now they want to get rid of democracy. Even though we're not democracy, now they want something different, and they don't want to follow the rules of that very democracy that they said Donald Trump was a threat to, even though now they're the threat to that democracy. Because if you're an election denier, you're a threat to democracy. That's what we were told for the last 4 years, so you don't get to go back on it now just because you're whiny, crying children.
What I came on here to say, first and foremost, is that if you are someone who is online right now, commenting, reposting stories, or making fun of the people who are sad this week, or belittling them, mocking them, if that's something that you are actively doing and finding joy in online right now, truly, just the biggest of these. How dare you try to invalidate something that an entire group, multiple groups of humans are going through right now, whether they're feeling scared or helpless. Any of those feelings, as a human, would you laugh at another human when you see that they're obviously struggling?
You guys make it really hard for us to not make fun of you guys. I mean, the whining and the crying and the sniveling and the temper tantrums and the threats and the this and the, it's just all over the place. And you guys think then that like we're wrong because we're making fun of you guys and we're invalidating all this stuff, when the real reality is we're bringing to light the real damage that has occurred.
Emotional damage.
As someone who voted for Kamala, I think the left is really missing the point here. I have seen so many people today posting that they're not going home for Thanksgiving because their family are Trump supporters. They're going to block everyone who's a Trump supporter. If you're a Trump supporter, don't even talk to me anymore. Unfollow me, blah, blah, blah. That is how we got here. How we got here is not being able to have civil and open-ended conversation with people who disagree with us.
You know, I got to hand it to her. She's probably one of the only rational Democrats that I've heard since the election. I mean, they're all losing their damn minds. But the problem with what she's saying is that the Democrats don't really engage in civil conversations because when people are wrong, they don't like to be told they're wrong and they lash out with emotions. And so to have civil conversations with Democrats is almost impossible because they've been trained to repeat emotionally charged statements and emotionally charged attacks when they hear certain words. Democrat voters and Democrat supporters are trained to hate certain things that they hear without actually knowing what those things mean. And so I love the idea. I love the idea that Democrats would actually engage in civil conversation, but they can't because they would have to admit civilly that they're wrong instead of emotionally lashing out at people who are right, all because they don't want to accept a truth that is the truth.